Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 13.
Teacher Makeovers.
That's what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
It was a makeover episode, which I don't think they've done recently.
They definitely
It used
don't
to be a
do it-
staple.
Yeah, they definitely don't do it every season.
We haven't seen every season, and the ones we've seen out of order, so it's hard for us to conjure sometimes, but I don't think last season
I don't think so either.
they did. I think it's a fine challenge. It's where it's an interesting challenge is if the queens have a brand.
Yeah.
Because there's a slight difference between doing like stuff and then like branding yourself.
Yeah.
And because like I would argue that of these girls, Luxx is the one that least has a brand.
I agree.
And I think it's because she's young and thin and beautiful.
So you don't have to have
So it's like, but it's like if unless you're also with someone like that, it's hard to like the rest of them had very identifiable elements.
Yeah.
And what?
Lucy did some stuff on purpose tonight.
Why do you say that?
Well, because she said it also.
I was meaning elaborate.
But like the rest of them were so correct for the queen she gave them to. And it was just
So Lucy went home.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Luxx. We're going to talk about the remaining girls. I like Luxx a lot. She's a little bit been my dark horse. Mm-hmm. I have coined her the Zoe Saldana of Drag Race. Don't ever count her out.
We can't count her out, but I just also...
She just couldn't quite get over that initial hurdle. She felt slighted by Lucy.
Yeah.
And
so she didn't connect with her teacher enough. And then, in my opinion, she completely biffed the makeover.
Well, she succeeded in that. I do not remember their names. I'm sorry. And
the teachers.
We didn't. I remember Asia was her name.
Yeah.
Which is insane because they just called her Jennifer Coolidge the entire time. Which also, I was like, stop doing that. She said she doesn't know who that is. So that's going to sound like you're mocking someone. Like, she's not in on the joke, so stop doing that to her. But you are right when we were watching it, and if you want to watch along with us, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/soimwatchingtheshow and join our $3 watchers tier. I was trying to say teal, and I don't know why. Because you were very right when you said that, like, the other four girls immeditely were like, tell me about you, what you want from this. Because that's where it gets...
And Luxx was like, I gotta make this dress.
Well, Luxx was like, how do I turn you into me?
Yeah.
And though that is kind of the challenge, it's like you have to consider...
You have to, like, vibe
these people,
with your person,
though they watch the show, they are...
regular people.
Strangers in this world, more or less.
Yeah.
And the teacher gimmick... on top of that was interesting. Timely. But it did add a level because like Ru was intentionally changing her language because she was saying don't flunk up.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you have an elementary school teacher doing what the right calls pornography on television, just absolute raw pornography. I just got us demonetized too by saying that. Join the Patreon because it's
just showing whole on MTV.
But I'm saying it like
I'm aware.
These challenges are stealthy.
No, I agree.
Like,
I agree. Look, okay, RuPaul is crazy like a fox. Like, in between the fracking and watching people drown, she's doing good work.
We have this theory that RuPaul is a fae. She's the same. She's whatever Ellen also is.
Like an unseelie court.
Trickster gods. But no, it's been interesting because, and I mean, I don't think it's always quite been that way. Like
Well, it was like a while back when they started really pushing to like vote in every 2 years in all the elections and stuff. And it's like every second season when there's a midterm election, we're like getting this, they're holding up the signs at the end of everything.
But I just think the starting point for this is making sure that your teacher feels taken care of and catered to and stuff. And we mentioned in our watch along that it was very smart of Sasha. If we know one thing about Sasha,
she's gonna win.
She is. That was one of my talking points for this episode. I was thinking Mistress for a long time, and I was really pulling for Mistress because we have not, to my knowledge, recollection, had a plus size queen winner. The thing is, I want Mistress on my TV again. I want Mistress in an All-Stars.
On an All-Stars.
And
she could be in an All-Stars if she won.
I mean, she could, but the point of All-Stars is people who didn't.
Okay.
I want to see her again, and I think she wants to be on TV again.
Yeah.
I think that she's one of the people that could turn this into a full-time career.
Sure, for sure.
She was cracking me up this entire episode. Every glance,
she's such a pot stirrer.
But she does it with a sense of humor. She does it with the right amount of I'm just playing. I mean, she's absolutely stirring the pot.
So, okay, she's definitely not playing. And also, I would argue that I think she, and this is not necessarily in a bad way, but I think she is the type of person who is just doing it. And then when you get mad, it's like, I'm just joking.
Sure, but she keeps everything. She keeps everyone and everything at a hair at a distance.
Sure, and blessedly, she did not give shit after Lucy got the message from her family. Because I was really worried when Lucy was like, I just really miss them. I was really worried Mistress was going to be like, well, you'll see them tomorrow. And I was like, don't do it. That's what I mean.
She knows. But this Untucked was so funny because someone had to say something. Yeah. And so Lux decided to be the one that was going to talk to Lucy, and Sasha and Mistress and Anitra were silent.
So
you could
quiet.
Hear a pin drop, and every glance and stuff, I was cackling.
They were having silent conversations with each other.
Oh my god!
Here's the thing. I can't be fully off Lucy's side.
I like Lucy.
I like Lucy, but the thing is that it's like, she's taking every tiny thing and also perceived slights in addition to real ones and like making it part of her personality and just like being really prickly all the time. And the thing about it is, no, her style of drag is not unique. Nobody on this season of Drag Race is doing unique drag. I've seen all of this drag before. That is not an insult, but it's not unique. Everyone
I would say
is doing
Sasha
something.
Is kind of the most unique.
The most.
Because she's weird where you think, like, she zigs where she...
it's not the weirdest person we've seen on the, like, 5 seasons we've
But I'm just saying I pegged her as the hot one. Yeah. And she is, but... The thing about Lucy, and again, I can't stress this enough. I like Lucy. Yeah. I think she's talented. Yeah. I think she's fun. I would feel more bad for her if it wasn't so much fun to make fun of, to tease her. And she makes it too fun. She takes it.
Okay.
She said like 3 go ahead.
For me, it's not fun, but she makes it too easy.
She said like 2 or 3 things in her elimination. And it was give and take. Each thing. Because she said I'm angry, which is a hell of a word to use.
She said angry a lot in
She said
episode.
I'm angry that they get to go on to, that they get to experience the finale and I don't. And that's
valid.
Touched me. Yeah. I was kind of like, you know what? That's a level of awareness and a level of like it borderline therapy speak, like borderline that you're actually able to assess what's happening and how you feel and to identify that you are angry, even though it's a hell of a word.
Yeah.
But she said that And then she immediately undercut it. And I don't remember what she said.
But
it
was like, but I don't think that I should have been in the bottom for like XYZ challenge.
It was like, but I know I'm blah, blah, blah. She said something immediately after that completely undercut it and undid it. And she keeps talking about it like it was something that she could engineer.
Yeah.
Like if she had just trained more or something.
Well, and also she keeps on assuming that if she hadn't been in the bottom in a previous challenge, she would have been safe this time. And I'm like, first of all, Ru is so mercurial with the rules that there's no sense in thinking like that. And secondly, almost no times in the past has like past track record been the major indicator of like who's going home this week.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it depends, but she was treating it like she was treating it like someone who bought the guide for the video game and was like, I followed the instructions and I didn't win.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because that's not how competition or this competition works. Because it's like half of this kind of competition is in your competitors.
Yeah. Like
Lucy might have won a different season.
Sure.
If there were different people.
Yeah.
Or she might have done worse. It's like you don't, it's not about being the funniest or the prettiest or the smartest or the sharpest. It's not about that. It's about being the right combination of things at the right time.
Yeah. It reminds me actually a lot of when I was on the swim team in high school, because I got a lot of criticism from my coaches because I swam really pretty. Like I had really good form, but I wasn't as good at going fast because I was too worried about doing it right. Mm-hmm. And I got over that eventually, but it's like, she's not over that yet. So she's like, I'm doing it by the books. And it's like, you need to be...
She feels betrayed.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't and frankly, I mean, had she let loose.
Yeah.
I miss that. It's turned into kind of a meme and I don't fully know where it started. Yeah. Is it just the irony that she sang a song about letting loose and that she's so uptight? Yeah.
Because that's the thing is, because again, to go back to her not being unique, it's like she's
Stop
doing...
saying it that way. Go ahead.
That's how Lux said it. She's not very unique, and it's because, in my opinion, she is doing a watered-down Nina West, because Nina West had a lot of things that were slightly left of center, and instead, Lucy is going straight down the middle. It's like Lucy would never wear that paper doll dress to the reunion. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just think that there's, like, not enough whimsy in Lucy's whole vibe because of the rigidity that you're talking about.
You can't be on season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race and take offense at the notion that someone might have done
100%
art the same way you. And she took it too personally. And she took it too seriously. And then it just, like I said, it becomes easier to sort of antagonize her with that. And I cannot remember if I finished with Lux or going back to the challenge, but I think, I started to say Sasha, smart. Sasha, who doesn't wear padding, but her teacher wanted to wear padding.
Yeah.
So literally Sasha's like, I've never done it, but there's the first time, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
And she did. And the judges even commented, I think it was Michelle, who was like, we don't typically see you that way, but it helps sell the resemblance. And because that's the thing from however many of these I've seen, that's the thing that they're always talking about is the resemblance needs to be there.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes the queens get too preoccupied in the makeover part of it, where they're like, I put them in drag. What
more do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, find a way to draw a unibrow on both of you or something. Like, find a way to sync the two of you up.
For sure.
In a way that every other one of them did.
I think all of them did, like you said, except for Lux. Mm-hmm. Everybody else was like... Lucy's teacher's makeup was perfect.
Lucy was good. I'll give Ross the shoe.
The shoe, I'll give.
And he did say, when you get to this point,
that's what it's about. And but I just am sort of like, the rest of it though. And also apparently the teacher had really little feet. So it's like, there's just man shoes back there, man-sized shoes back there.
But that's where someone like Mistress was like, I'm going to put her in a gown. That way the kitten heel.
You can't see the kitten heel. 100%. I'm not arguing that. It's like, that's brilliant.
I honestly, resemblance, like makeup resemblance, I give it Mistress and Lucy were neck and neck, but
Yeah.
I think I give it to Mistress.
That's fair.
I like Anitra a lot.
Wear a dress. It's
Like a gown, for the
me.
love of God. Like
killing me. It's been since that one with the spines on it that she wore a dress.
But even that was like a skin tight, like
Yeah, but it flared at the bottom.
Sure.
Wear a dress. Put on a ball gown. You're killing me.
I like Anitra backstage. I
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah.
I think he is so hot.
So hot. So
And
funny,
so
too.
even.
Yeah.
So level. I would be clinging
Yeah.
to Anitra if I was in this situation.
100%.
Because I need grounding in scenarios like this. And so I would like have best friended the shit out of Anitra and Sasha.
He also reminds me a little bit of my cousin Sean, and so I would just gravitate that direction.
But
anyway.
there is something personal for me with you could show me any picture, any one of Anitra's runways. You could show me any two of Anitra's runways, and I'd be like, it's the same picture.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures.
There's just face blindness for me. And she's very good at it, but I don't know. It's not to my personal.
No,
taste.
I will say she works a jumpsuit or whatever, or a bodysuit. It always looks good, but I just would love some more variety. Like I do think if, I don't know, I wish that there was more silhouette variety.
Oh, just for the record, we got a couple comments that were surprised that we seemed to like Lucy's bathing suit better than Anitra's last week. Mm-hmm. And I just think I liked the gimmick of the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Sure.
I don't think the look was that spectacular.
No.
I think just that reference point was enough, and that's where my brain kind of stopped.
Just shut up. Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, I like that. My friend has a tattoo of it, you know? Like, and so I just sort of was like, I'm done with that part of
And that's it.
So, yeah, I don't have much to say about the teachers other than they all seemed wonderful.
And game.
And
like, even though it wasn't like the best one, obviously, Lux's teacher
she tried.
She super tried, and I think she like gained in confidence, and that was nice. But she is a former Catholic who stopped going to church because all of her kids are queer. And I was like, yes, we need more of that for sure. I liked her a lot. Mm-hmm. I liked them all. They were all fantastic and such good sports. And really into it.
And Anitra did luck out by the fact that she was given Sarah Hyland to work with.
Yeah, she's such a tiny little pocket person. She was so cute.
It looked like, well, because Ross was like Barbie and Skipper.
Yeah, it was good. It was
fun. But they made the teachers lip sync, which is quite the assignment, because that's not something that everyday people can just do. And they did a good job.
And Anitra was trying to teach her how to duck walk. She was like, I can't do it.
She was like, I mean, I can do this.
I can't do it.
And then the bottom was Lucy and Lux.
Yeah.
And Lux kind of bodied it.
Yeah.
Because that's been, I think Lux's strength, for me, I think Lux's strength is also her weakness, and it's that she's so tall and thin.
Yeah.
And she doesn't, at least not in that lip sync, she didn't dance thin.
I'll give you that.
Sometimes when you're that tall and that skinny, you don't have coordination or rhythm.
Yeah.
And she found ways to make herself big on that stage.
Yeah.
I was really
taking up space.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
I agree.
And it was Hayley Kiyoko, who we love for the girls.
And keep an eye, because I might have her haircut in a couple of weeks.
So yeah, well, I mean, we kind of talked about it, but I guess we will go ahead and look at the runway.
Yeah, I mean, we can. It wasn't like a real theme, so it doesn't really.
I am at war with this look from Ru.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's almost Scottish, like it's almost tartan.
It's way too yellow.
And then the black and white doesn't seem part of the yellow. And then the wig doesn't seem part of, and then the earrings don't seem, and there's also like, it's a little bit thicker around, maybe is that like a peplum or a ruffle or I don't know. It's not Heather's, but it's not Scottish, but it's not preppy.
Clueless.
It's there's although
Michelle,
I love this. She's looked great
hand.
every week this season, but
Yeah, but she's got titties out this week.
the ponytail was good.
Yeah. When she was trying to whip it around during the lip sync.
Sasha gave her, Sasha was like.
And then they cut to Sasha in the audience and she was laughing. It was cute. This is cute. I like it. It's the padding and
the match, like
makeup, but they're wearing the same fabric, which is very important.
And she also, like, it's not the exact same dress because of the different lengths, and then the mirrored. I think the mirrored was a good instinct.
Yeah, it's great.
She was also just so pretty.
So pretty.
The teacher. I say it like 4 times.
Yeah. I thought this was great. I agree about the shoe, but I think
I did it both times. I thought the teacher was Lucy when she turned around.
The makeup is on point.
And then the camera goes up,
and
you're like, oh. It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite.
Colors, like the pattern.
But it tells a story, and they match. So they're actually doing that Down with Love thing, which I like so much. And I actually love the cut of that coat. This was
so good.
Really good. She was fantastic.
And I love that Mistress is like a secret, like a stealth nurturer.
Yeah.
She's so brassy and body that you think she's gonna be like short with you or like snippy, but no, she's very
nice, yeah. Well, and they had so much in common, like about their upbringings and their lives and everything. It worked out. It was really cute.
It's just not like I don't know how Lux let that happen.
How'd she biff it so hard?
Yeah.
Well, it's like she wanted to wear that. Because the thing is the colors don't even look like they're the pinks don't even look like they're the same because Lux is not wearing any of the blue to balance it out. She does look fantastic. She looks good. It's just not a twin thing because she didn't even do her eyes the same shape.
The hair is not the same. She didn't find a way to give her. She could have given her a gold belt it just.
She's just so tiny. They all look like they're like so scared. She looks so scared. And then Ross called this a arm foreskin.
And it was really taken aback when it was quoted back to him as if he didn't unleash that on the world.
Each individual oat.
That one took you out.
It's all I could imagine, like imagining it sincerely.
Feeling my oats. Okay. That was this week's episode.
Yeah,
we're gonna
it was good.
Cut it right there. So all right. Well, please like and subscribe and let us know what you think and all of that stuff. And hopefully we'll see you back next week.